Interesting. I'm wondering if the audio and everything is decent on this thing, and if I can actually play this stuff. Let's play this one. See if that works. I don't know if anybody's watching this or not. If you are, if you can test out the chat thing, that would be pretty sweet. Because I don't know if the sound, just basically looking to try this stuff out and see if I can add video to these streams so that I can give people good examples and talk about some of the reasons that I do certain things. I don't even know if people can actually live chat, all messages, top chat, okay. I don't know if this is even streaming. Oh, Scott Peterson, can you be my test subject and let me know if basically if the audio quality is decent, if the video quality, I got basically a video camera to sort of improve the video and everything. You hear and see the video. Awesome. And you see the wave video behind me, I'm assuming. If I switch over to, I'm going to switch over to sort of a longer one. I'm just wondering, can you hear any of the audio from that clip, the wind and stuff? If I turn it up, if I shut up for a second, can you hear that? Is the audio on that pretty good? It is. Awesome. Oh, cool, man. Wow. I hate this video. When I first looked at this video, when I got back on land, I was like, dang, that looked like it was going to get ugly. The background went from the computer that you're playing it, and I can hear you over as well. Actually, really nice. Pretty good sound. Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. I want to do more of these live streams, but I want to also improve on them a little bit. So I've been researching this stuff all day. I'm not much of a, wind is a lot louder. Okay. Now louder. Let's see if I turn that down a little bit. Because I think in the end a lot of it'll just be sort of me kind of explaining, because I've been getting all these questions after you hear the video from the video. Okay, sweet. I get a lot of questions about sort of why I'm sailing the way I'm sailing, and where I am, and what's going on in the YouTube feed, and I want to make sure, I think in the upcoming streams, I want to just be able to answer questions people have and all that sort of stuff. And, I don't know, like I said, just improve it. So I think the video, at least the video that I'm seeing right now, looks 1,000 times better than what I had before on just using the built-in video. So yeah, and then let's see. So if I switch over real quick to this one, see that, and then I can go right back. Like when I do that and switch from one video to another, are you seeing me pull up my files and all that sort of stuff? Or are you just seeing the video? I think I gotta shave this beard at some point. Although I do like it, you know, these two gray like streaks. Yeah, it does. It handles pretty good. You know, a lot of people ask about how come I'm using a mainsail instead of a jib. That's probably one of the most common questions I get. And, you know, the West Sail being a cutter rig with that huge bowsprit, the mast is actually pretty far forward on this boat. And I think that helps keep the boat on track and not sort of rounding up and such. But, you know, mostly it really is the fact that dealing with a jib when you're going straight downwind is kind of difficult. You know, you have to be up on the foredeck if you got to switch it out and all that sort of stuff. And if you want to go straight downwind, keeping it full, you pretty much have to pull it out. So you're adding a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, so you can't see the files and stuff. Okay, that's sweet. So I can just go in and I can switch up real quick. And let's see, wave shot. Yeah, let's do this one. I love this one. This one's cool. These waves were just freaking crazy. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's just a picture. Let's do. I'm gonna have to like get good at switching from one to another to another. These waves were just crazy, and I do wish that I had taken a whole lot more footage from this day, because when these sets rolled in, it was nuts. But I had like 30% battery life on the GoPro. I had all the batteries, everything was switched off, so I couldn't charge anything, and I was like, man, I gotta save this battery just in case if I end up in the life raft. That's gonna be some epic content. Believe it or not, that was what's going through my head. You can see this next wave, you kind of get like a real feel for it, but you know, video just destroys the actual like wave height and what it feels like to be out there. I mean, you can imagine you can put like an apartment complex in between these things. It's crazy. Man, oh man. Well, this is great. So I'll be able to just kind of clip through, and maybe what I'll end up doing then is just getting a whole bunch of stuff together. And boy, look at that. This is back from when I
all right, here we
had
are.
the mast.
We got the old mast.
Down. I'm going to turn the
looking more
volume off on that. But yeah, what I'm hoping to do is sort of take you through. So I took all the mast off and everything, and now I'm really glad I did that, because that meant I had like a really good full inspection on everything, and that definitely helped a lot. But yeah, brand new lights, brand new wiring. He's still going to pull that girl out on the hard for an inspection. No, I can't afford it. You know, I was spoiled up there in Maine, working for the boatyard and working as hard as I possibly can. They basically just let me do whatever needs to be done, and then they're like, treat that as your bonus. But nah, I spent pretty much everything I had getting the boat ready for this trip, and so now I picked up work here at the marina, which is nice. So you know, I'm getting there, but to haul out somewhere else other than Maine, it's just too much. So I think what I'm going to do is keep the boat here in South Carolina for the winter, and then slowly take it up to Maine unless I feel real confident in everything, and then I'll do my normal sort of offshore route and take it up to Maine, and then work for those guys for a month or two, and be able to haul out when I get up there, pull the mast, inspect the chain plates, like do like the full proper go over. But one of the reasons I wanted to haul out in the first place was that I found damage where the bulkheads had pretty much broken away from the actual hull, cracked the little bit of fiberglass that goes up, and luckily I only found it on 3 of them. And I think that's something that I can fix right here in the water. It's a pain because you kind of have to like set up this big tent area wherever you're doing it, so that you don't spray fiberglass dust all over the entire boat. Normally you would gut the boat, take everything out of it, and then do these sort of jobs. So, you know, I'm going to look at it and see what I can do. It's not too big a deal. I got a buddy of mine that showed me a lot. Good video in Southern Alberta. Nice. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. I'm trying to come in with some new tech here. But yeah, as far as going to haul out now, it's just, yeah, it's not really an option. How long is your boat? It's 32 feet on the deck, but overall it's, I think, like 40 with the bowsprit, the boomkin, and the wind vane on the back. It's pretty big, and it's funny because some marinas will like take a tape measure out when you come in, and others are just like, yeah, Westsail 32 feet. So it all depends. You know, you always want to be nice to your marina. people, because they will take care of you if they can, and it's always nice, you know, because they typically charge by the foot, so it pays to be nice. There's a little bit of the damage. Holy smokes! I got to figure out what to do with that Dodger. Oh man, I mean, it still functions. I think I just need to maybe it's one of those things where to rebuild that whole thing is just a lot of time. That's the other big thing, is those gallows. But the Westsail family are trying to find one on an old boat out west or something like that, and ship it out to me, which is cool, because that's one of the really big expenses. I've already got a solar panel on the way, and that's going to help, because then here at the marina I don't have to be plugged into shore power and pay for that. It's pretty amazing, like when you go from being solar independent to like relying on the engine or shore power. I don't know, I feel crippled. It's weird. John, hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you. We're just doing like this little test. I'm thinking about doing a live stream later tonight or in the coming days, definitely before New Year's for sure. But just sort of like some Q&A stuff and some explanations. But I'm trying out this new format where I actually have a decent amount of tech involved. Still don't have any sort of moderators or anything, but I don't think I really need that. I've only had one time where somebody creeped into the comments and was just being crazy, but I was able to sort of squash them pretty quick. I don't even know how I would do it on this, but I don't know. We're just trying out the new stuff, but we shall see. I don't know if anybody's got any questions or anything like that. Hit me up, because I'm probably gonna just kind of dink around with this for a little bit, see what else I can come up with. And I did. Oh man, I was working today. Got to see. Will this come up? All right. So now what are we seeing? Yeah, we're still seeing that video. Okay, so it's the Windows capture. Good reception in Kansas. Nice. Kansas City. What will you do with the dry precisions for the shortened trip? Noodles, bush light till summer. Actually, here I can show you what I've been digging into lately. Oh, where is it? Yeah. I'm slowly chipping into these sweet babies. That's a 10 serving size of, what is that, chili mac? It's not the tastiest thing in the world, but I have so many of these, and you know, it's sort of like I gotta use some of them. I have there's literally probably 6 to 9 months worth of food on this boat. I mean, it is the perfect doomsday prepper pad. You couldn't ask for a better thing. But most of it is really stuff you're not gonna want to eat unless you're actually in that situation, you know. I mean, it's not fun stuff. It's pretty gross, and like most of it's like rice dishes and noodle dishes that you would take out camping and all that sort of stuff. So as long as you have enough propane to be able to deal with heating the water up and stuff, you're pretty much good to go for a long time. Alright, I want to see if that goes up. Let's see. Let me throw something cool on that background. Let's see what I got. I don't have too many that are straight up on the desktop. This is why I want to do the live stream kind of later, when I can sort of load stuff up. Love the show from Scotland. Oh, what up, Scotland? I've always wanted to go to Scotland. Always. Some of the coolest people I've ever met in my life are all from Scotland. See, now, what's to stop me from like just playing a movie on here? I'm sure some copyright infringement probably. This was that one ugly squall. I'm going to turn the volume up on this a little bit. I wonder if oh, that was like a short version of it. Yikes. I was just driving rain, man. That was a time where I really wish I would have had the old Dodger on. Let's see what this one is. Okay, so this is the whole thing. This was like in the 4th weather system we went through, and this was just sloppy. Like the waves never built up big at all. There were a few random breakers. Desktop audio. So I wonder if I turn that down. No, that's the audio you guys are hearing, right?
That was a heck of a squall.
So if I turn that down, there's no audio from this except for what's pouring into my little speakers, right? I wonder if I do that. Can anybody hear any audio from that clip? And I really appreciate you guys sort of helping me with this. It's gonna make a big difference. So right now there shouldn't be any audio at all from the actual clip that I'm showing right there. But now I'm gonna go ahead and slowly turn it up. Video audio went down. Okay, what about now? Can you guys hear that video's audio now? Because I can't. Because I turned it down. Nope, only hearing you speaking. Okay, so this one has to be.
We're really riding the edge of this system.
No clip audio. I appreciate this so much.
Should be much more. And we're just going to run it out with it.
It's up now, and it sounds clear.
The winds go from east or westerlies back down to
awesome
northerlies. So we should be just escaping, getting further away from the center of the low. At least that's the hope. Oh, wow, that was crazy. Go, Mongo, go!
Yeah, and this, though, it was literally just waves kind of coming from every direction. These squalls would roll in. Definitely a delay in the text, I think, because I'm using a program called OBS.
Some of them are coming across.
Getting a little seasick. Yeah, I know, right? There's one clip that I have from... Oh, maybe I can do that. Whoop. Let me just pause that for a sec. There's one clip that I have. Funny story, I used to do, during the pandemic, I did my presentations online for like corporate stuff and everything, and there's this old clip I have where I'm reefing the mainsail down in the Southern Ocean. And the boat, I locked the camera off, and the boat's just like, whoof, whoof, and just bashing through these things. And this one time I was set up to do a presentation, and I have it all on a sort of PowerPoint thing, and I'm looking at that clip, because it's got the title and all that sort of stuff. And there was a delay for whatever reason. They wanted me to wait. And I'm sitting there, and I kind of have to keep looking at the screen because they're going to signal me. And after like 10 minutes, I started feeling like, ugh, I kind of had to like turn away. I couldn't even look at it. So try and keep some of these clips a little shorter, especially when they're on a huge screen. All right, so that froze that then. Interesting. Okay, now it should be back. There we go. But yeah, I think that's cool. Oh man, so this will be great. I will be able to put this stuff in the background, shut the audio off, turn the audio on, and I'll be able to do it pretty quick.
All the way right up. Wow.
Yeah, you like those yellow lines? They essentially did nothing but make it so there was an illusion that I was not going to fall overboard, but they were flimsy at best, that's for sure. Oh my god. But it's like a death trap just sitting there. It's only 6 inches of combing, and then the ocean, especially in sort of the heavier weather stuff, because that was not fun. Oh man, let's do this one. I always love this one.
Well, we just got freaking rolled at about, oh man, I don't know, almost completely upside down. And it still said it took out my bimini, took out the solar panels. Definitely not a good situation. I'm gonna have to check
Look
out
at
here
all
a bit.
that food. Oh man, I was so lucky to have that GoPro in my pocket when I was looking at that brick of cheese up there in the thing. Oh my gosh, so lucky to have that GoPro. There's only 5 clips or something, and obviously it's in the middle of the night, and it's really dark because I had to switch the batteries off as quick as possible because I didn't know what was going on in the engine room. Those batteries have like a plate over the top, and that's bolted in, and then they're really held in tight. But you know, you take a hit like that, you kind of go almost upside down. Then you definitely want to turn the batteries off and everything. Like when I pumped the bilge out, I went up and did it by hand. How you feeling now? Happier to talk about what's happening? Yeah, definitely. It's a little easier now because it's more of a memory for sure. That first week that I was back, it was tough to sort of describe some of the events that went on and everything. But I don't know. I've had such an outpouring of support for everything and what I'm doing and stuff. Sometimes in the past, I would do some of these trips and I'd be out there for like 3 months, and I'd get back, and there was like nothing because I don't know. This trip, I think just because it was such a crazy one, and there were enough people that were sort of following it day to day and saw the weather that I was going through. I don't know. It's been pretty miraculous to have the amount of engagement and stuff, and people definitely seem to like the YouTube videos. I tried, I kind of went out there with the idea of trying to video more of a story, I guess, with the whole thing, but I was thinking it was just going to be a long 4 or 5 months cruising, showing what it's like to just sailing out at sea, but I got a whole different ball game this time, so. All right, well, cool, man. Well, I can't thank you guys enough for sort of helping me deal with sort of some of this tech. I'm gonna watch some more videos, try and see some more of the ins and outs of this thing, but really do appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know if I'll go live tonight or not, but usually I'll try and post something on YouTube that says I'm about to do it, or do it in a day or something like that. Well, we'll just sort of see, but I appreciate it and love all the comments. Thanks for the help with the tech and everything, and I am gonna get out of here. Yeah, my struggles. I'm the struggling man. No, I'm doing all right. I'll tell you, that's one of the things. You go through something like that, and it just makes life so much better because you get all this perspective. You realize what matters, what doesn't. It sort of purifies things quite a bit. I'm in South Carolina, and it's pretty cold at night. It got below freezing. I came back to the boat. I'd been in Florida visiting my family for the holidays, and the olive oil had solidified. So it definitely got pretty cold up here. All right, have a good afternoon, everybody, and